All right, I'll call the regular meeting of the Anderson County Commissioners Court to order on July the 22nd, 2024 at 9:33 a.m. Show that all members of the court are present. We do have a quorum. First item is the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, and I ask Commissioner Chapin to lead us in the invocation. If everyone please stand.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, just pray that you'll be with us today as we make decisions for the county, Lord, that they'll just impact our communities as your will will be, Lord. Just pray that you'll be with the men and women that fighting for our country, Lord. Just be with them, keep them safe, be with their families and comfort them. Be with the ones that need you, Lord. We want to thank you for the rain. Just pray that you continuous blessings upon our county in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. You want me to pledge the U.S. flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have anybody sign that oath form? Okay. Did you need to just address the court on the invitation you'd sent out?
Certainly. Just confirm that you,
Come on, Drew.
received that. It's a week from Wednesday. It'll be on the 31st, 10 o'clock. So I'm Drew Boring. I'm with Christus Health on our business development team, and just want to extend that invitation to all of the commissioners. Hope you can make it. Happy to bring that emergency care to Anderson County.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As I told you, I've got a big arraignment docket and hearings that afternoon, so
Yes.
it's the same time, so I won't get to make it, okay?
All right. Well, we'll miss you, Judge, but
Okay.
happy to answer any questions you have about it.
I just want to make sure everybody got the notice.
We sure did. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so we'll move to item number 4, and that's the consent agenda. Consent agenda is considered to be self-explanatory, will be enacted with one motion. There will not be a separate discussion of these items. However, any consent agenda item may be removed for individual consideration pursuant to a request by a Commissioners Court member. Let's see. Did we have budget amendments, Megan?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
49 through 53.
Yeah, okay. I just need the numbers. All right, so budget amendments 49 through 53. Consider approving bills and utilities crossing county roads. Does anybody have a utility crossing county roads?
No, sir, I do not.
Yes, sir, I do.
Commissioner Chapin, did you have one?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead, Commissioner Mims.
Atmos Energy will install a pipeline connection. It's connecting Trinity Storage to Atmos Energy, and it'll be on Anderson County Road 2608. It'll cross under several other pipelines. Therefore, it'll be kind of a big job, and they're scheduled to start on October the 1st, 2024 through December the 15th, 2024. And they'll be using road crossing methods. So again, it'll be on Anderson County Road 2608, and their entry and exit points, they will bore outside of the right-of-way on 2608. It'll be about 8 feet below.
Okay. Commissioner Dixon?
Yes, sir. E-Tex Communications is gonna be running fiber optic down Anderson County Road 391. Looks like they'll use the county right-of-way to run their line. And then Spectrum is gonna be working on Anderson County Road 367, 372-2, 373, 370, 375, 372-3, and 372-1, and 372-2, and 369. That's the end of the Old Natchez Highway in the Dogwood Hills East Division.
Okay. Did you get all those, Mark? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Commissioner Hill?
No, sir, I have none.
That's for yours.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow.
Could you pass that to Mark? That's for Commissioner Mims.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, and, all right, next, also the treasurer's report, and we'll need to be sworn in on that.
Do you solemnly swear to read the treasurer's report and believe to the best of your ability is correct?
Yes, I have to. Sheriff's report, county clerk's report, tax assessor collector's report, district attorney's report, auditor's report, district clerk's report, IT reports, JP reports, constable reports, veterans report, collections reports, historical commission reports. We have minutes for the regular meeting for, May the 20th, 2024, and the regular meeting, June the 10th, 2024. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Dixon, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Hill, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, so ordered. Item number 5 is consider and take action on entering into an end-user agreement with FEMA for the Disaster Recovery Center at the Anderson County Courthouse Annex, room 103 and 103A. Christina and Tara went through a pretty lengthy process. They've been working with, trying to identify all the people that had storm damage when we had the disaster declaration, and working with FEMA and trying to set this up. They had a major list of criteria for the facility that was to be used. I mean, ADA compliance, parking, just all sorts of stuff. So many square feet for the building, tables, chairs, all that. So I just appreciate the work that they did in getting this lined out. We got to do an end-user agreement. This is what they're waiting on. I think they accomplished all the other requests that we had. Isn't that right, Christine? Yes. Okay, all right. So if we can get this done, they're ready to come in and start talking to our property owners and whoever submitted damage reports. Try to help them with their reimbursements and what have you. Entertain a motion to approve the Department of Homeland Security Federal Emergency Management Agency license agreement used for real property facilities. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hill, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Chapin, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, so ordered. All right, item number 6, consider and take action on accepting, public assistance funding from FEMA. We really didn't have a document on that, it's just kind of something we just need to put in the minutes. So I'll entertain a motion to approve, accepting public assistance funding from FEMA. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Dixon, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Hill, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. Item number 7 is consider and take action on an annual contract between Anderson County and Frankston Library and Frankston Museum. And, Lisa's received the, financial statements. And this is their regular contract to approve, for their funding. Any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract, the annual contract between Anderson County and Frankston Library, Frankston Museum.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Dixon, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Chapin, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. Okay. Item number 8 is consider and take action on entering into an interlocal agreement between Anderson County Precinct 3 Road and Bridge, Natchez Independent School District to repair and repave 1,000 feet of the driveway at Natchez High School and make it 22 feet wide. Commissioner Dixon.
Yes, sir, we sent this over to Ms. Allison. She worded it the way it needs to be worded for us to have a correct interlocal agreement. And like I said, it's approximately 1,000 feet of the circle going in and out. And, well, it's 900 feet, but there's about an extra 100 feet that'll be 42 foot wide. So in all, it's about 1,000 feet at 22 foot wide. And the school has agreed to pay for material, and we just provide the manpower and the labor.
Okay. All right, and bring the court's attention to the last paragraph. This got cut off. We can go ahead and approve the agreement. We'll just note in the minutes that it needed to be edited on the last paragraph. It looks like little bit of the wording got cut off when it was printed, so,
Yes, sir, we'll take care of that.
okay. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the interlocal agreement, to use the use of equipment for precinct 3 between Anderson County and HSISD to, to repave the 1,000 feet of driveway and make it 22 feet wide. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hill. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mims. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? So ordered. Item number 9 is consider and take action to approve a new member, Kathleen Caston, to the Child Welfare Board. And Mindy Chambers is here to, I think, introduce her.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
As you know, we've been working on the Child Welfare Board, try to get it up to par. It's come a long way since we started back in October to redo everything that needs to be done. We've added a bunch of new members, and they're awesome. We've added a new one this week, this last meeting. We've had 3 regular meetings since we got our 501c3 in order, and it's going really well. But I would like to introduce you to our new member, Kathleen Caston. She's got a lot to bring to this board, and we're glad that she's joined us. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and what she does for our community.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
As she said, my name is Kathleen Caston. I'm a founder of Divinely Created with a Purpose, which is a mentorship program here in Palestine, Texas. What we do is mentor young ladies between the ages of 7 and 18. We also do community support. This week, on Friday, we'll be working with another organization. We'll be giving away canned goods and school supplies and free hot dogs at Reagan Park. My educational history is I have a bachelor's degree in human services, which is psychology, sociology, and criminal justice. For the last 15 years or more, I have worked with at-risk youth with Access, Job Corps, underprivileged and disadvantaged youth. I have volunteered with CASA. I am also early childhood through 6th grade certified and a former 6th grade science teacher with Westwood Elementary School. So I do believe that there is plenty that I can do to help with this board. I also was a CASA volunteer at some point. And so I am excited, and I do hope that you will approve me to be a part of the board to help.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You have any questions?
Thank you for your,
She also
Yeah,
ran for
volunteer.
public office.
Sir?
She also ran for public office.
Yes,
JP
I also ran
Precinct
for
4.
Justice of the Peace, I think 2 years ago.
Very active.
okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am.
And I think we're still working on the bylaws.
We are working on the bylaws. We are.
I know Allison's got a lot of cases this week, so,
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just waiting on you, as soon as you're ready, we'll get that action from her, and then we're looking at that other issue on that, one about the 2 different checking accounts.
okay. But you're checking on open meeting stuff, right? Okay, all right. All right, I'll entertain a motion to, approve, Kathleen Caston to the Child Welfare Board. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Mims. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Chapin. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? So ordered. All right, item number 10 is discuss, take action on video cameras, door locks, and other security at the courthouse annex located at 703 North Mallard, Palestine. Commissioner Chapin.
Yes, sir. I had visited with the sheriff earlier last week, asked him how the project was going, and there was a little ups and downs with it, and I didn't know if maybe Nick you want to get up and talk about it? Maybe Mike could share and just let the court kind of catch him up on where we're at with it, where they can kind of know if they want to make any other choices.
Well, we had a lot going on with, software switchover and stuff like that, but, to answer your question, Commissioner, we've actually had no movement. The sheriff sent an email to, Mike Cook last week, to see what the projected date would be for the cameras and locks, to be moved over, as well as the signature pads for the jail, and he got no response. So, I don't know what to tell you other than that.
Well, the court hadn't taken any action to do that. They just said to look into it. But
I wasn't here for that meeting,
There wasn't any
Judge.
action by the court to say move it or not move it. You were looking into Verkada.
Well, we were
And-
looking into Verkada, but the existing system, it was my understanding the court ordered that it be moved.
On the lock system, is that what he was talking about?
The lock system as well as the video camera
Yeah,
monitoring
I'm not sure,
system.
but on the lock system, didn't we pass it through that would be transferred over to the sheriff's office?
I don't think we took any action, I don't remember taking any action to say anything would be moved, it was to be looked into and then come back to the court.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I
why
don't
I'm-
remember, that's why I
that's why
wanted to
I'm
open it up
confused,
today. Discussion, he had asked about, you know, had it not been able to been done. I thought that we had, taken it through to where we were moving the lock system. I'm not for sure about the camera system or whatnot to it, so.
It was my understanding from the sheriff
So
that,
we need to look into whether the court wants to take action on getting it moved or not. Are y'all looking to provide us with some quotes or something from somebody?
well, we're looking for some quotes, but that was a budgetary item in the short term. Moving the access to the camera system and the lock system is what the sheriff had asked for.
Okay.
I don't know, I think we may need to review that though. Yeah, I know there was a lot of discussion during that, agenda item, and I do believe that, if I'm not mistaken, I think we might have.
Made the motion.
Made the motion.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. I'll pull that up though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought we had made the motion to move the locking system to the sheriff's office.
That was what the sheriff
Well,
told
the
me
thing-
that you had.
The question was, is this is on our network for this building, and being able to just move it over there, that was one of the biggest questions we had, is it being on our network, and it's not interfaced. I mean, Mike talked to that, I think, when we were at the meeting last time.
But it is interface, Judge. There's a connection for this network in the server room at the jail as a backup connection. Come on up, Mike.
Yeah, 'cause that was the big question last time, and I brought it up because I talked to Mike that system was put in when this building was built, and it was set up on the network for this building. And so, that's kind of where we left it, because we didn't know if we could do anything or not. So, that's what I remember, and I may be wrong, but
So to answer your question, we can put a connection over there in the, to the switch that would go to our connection here. Yes, that can happen. But again, I was under the same impression that he was under, that this was just, that we had not taken formal action on it. So I asked the question. And if that is the case, and you guys wanna make that happen, I can make it happen.
Yeah, when I approached him, I asked him about how it was going, transferring the locking system over there. The camera deal come up in our conversation, so I just put it on there to, if they wanted to talk about it, you know, but the locking system, I'm like, Rashad, I think that we had made the motion to move the locking system, you know, from this building to the sheriff's office. And I just asked him how that transferred, how it went, and he just said it hasn't happened. So
I mean,
that's why I was asking.
There is a lot of programming that has to happen to make that connection work.
Yeah.
But
And that's what I wanted to look into, or at least have the court to consider,
So
do
let
you
me
need help with that, you know, at all, so. could
So let
we
me
get
ask you a
help?
question, what are we talking about? Like Verkada, they can put it on any computer over there, or what?
I'd have to actually isolate one computer to make that one computer work on our
So-
network here.
So you could put it on one of their computers?
Yes, one of
And
their
that's it,
computers.
so somebody's gonna monitor that?
He and I have already talked about which computer that would be.
Okay, so, I'm just curious, who's gonna monitor, or who's gonna issue the keys? Let's just talk about the key system first.
If when we discussed it, we might need to go back to the minutes, y'all. 'Cause I think when we discussed it, we were gonna leave some keys over there for y'all to hand out.
That's right.
If
Well,
I'm
that
not
was-
mistaken, they were gonna be for you and your assistant to hand out, and they did approve it. I think they did, Judge, so I don't know.
No, after listening to our discussion here, I'm pretty sure we didn't have an answer as to whether we could move it over to one of your computers or not. That's why we were looking at Verkada, because we didn't know. So, I'm pretty certain that there was not an order to move it, because if that would've been the case, it'd have been done, okay?
We'll pull the minutes and just look at it.
But this is the thing, okay? I'm not sure what the urgency to do something like this is. And this is just my perspective. My administrative assistant takes care of that. I don't take care of it, she does, and she's been doing it for 13 or 14 years. She knows the system. Everybody that's getting keys works in this building. So, and if that's what the court wants, I'm not gonna get into just, it's kind of petty to me, that's the way I feel. But if it's more like a power struggle, because the system is working. It's convenient for the elected officials here, when they have an employee that leaves, they can walk over, turn their key in, and we don't have a problem. She takes them out of the system. If they lose their key, she takes the key out of the system and issues them another one. And so, I mean, my administrative assistant isn't doing this. Somebody's gonna have to get trained on the system. The problem is, it's convenience for the employees. It's not gonna inconvenience me. I mean, it's not me. It's gonna be the elected officials here that change employees, and, that's gonna be the bigger offices. So, they're gonna have to leave this building and go all the way to the sheriff's office, and then get their key, and then come back and see if it works, and if it doesn't work, they gotta go back to the sheriff's office. Aren't y'all gonna issue the keys?
No, sir. That's what he was just saying a second ago. We're gonna leave the blanks over here. All you have to do is give us the number on the blank, and we'll enter it into the system, and the key will be live for whatever, access you tell us it needs to have.
But if you're gonna take that system and put it on their computer,
You don't have to have the key present to code the key.
okay. All right, well, I wasn't aware of that. Nobody's mentioned that before. So,
And what I understood with the sheriff's part of it was that he was responsible for the security of the courthouses. And that was why he was wanting that. I mean,
That's a statutory responsibility of the sheriff, yes, sir.
and I understand that.
that was why I thought.
Okay, so that's fine. If that's what y'all wanna do, then I'll get with Mike and we'll get it moved. But my understanding before this, we still needed those answers about, could we move it off of our system over there? Now let's talk, so are y'all okay with that?
Yes, sir.
We'll just get it done? Okay, all right. Now that I know that we can do it, all right. Let's talk about the video cameras, okay? Video cameras, for us, in this building, gives us immediate access to be able to see who's in our building. We had somebody sleeping in this right before I took off, they were sleeping in the bathroom. So Lisa checks, she's the one with access to the cameras. She checks periodically throughout the day, especially late in the afternoon, make sure somebody hadn't come in that's hanging out in the parking lot or something, because that's what was happening. Somebody was hanging out in the parking lot and then coming in right at 5 o'clock and then hiding in the bathroom and sleeping in the building, okay? Right now, we got somebody that's been there for 3 days. If y'all check this when we leave here today, but we got a homeless person that's set up camp behind our storage building over on Perry Street. He's got a black pickup. I'll give you the license plate number. Anyway, we were gonna see if he was still there this morning, but he set up camp on Friday. So, but we have people walking through this parking lot, and for the ladies, some of them park in the back, some of them park out in the front, some of them park out on this side. It's kinda like the deal in Tyler. You know, the lady that walked out with unattended, nobody was with her, and she got abducted out of the parking lot. It's along that lines. They need to know, and Lisa checks in the afternoon, sometimes in the morning, to make sure nobody's hanging out around the vehicles when people are coming in or when they're leaving. It's not like she's watching the cameras all the time. But the other thing is the sheriff and I have responsibility over the elections. When he's on the ballot, then some of that responsibility shifts to me on security of the elections. I need to be able to see that somebody is not sitting out here in the lobby, electioneering. We had complaints and calls during the primary that there was some that were, electioneering in the parking lot. And it was kind of fortunate. I was in a session at conference and I called her back. Casey took care of it, okay? But instead of having to walk around and look and watch people, you can look on the camera and see if somebody's electioneering. Then you confirmed it, and then you can take some action. That's immediate stuff that I need to be able to do. Same thing with the hallways. When people are coming in and out for elections, I need to make sure that somebody's not standing in the hallways doing the same thing. So, I mean, I've got some responsibility, and it's a safety issue with us.
So if you moved that, would it take away the ability for Lisa to see a monitor?
This current system we have,
Yes, sir.
only allows for 2 people to be logged into the system at a time. So if she was logged in and somehow or another somebody else was logged in, they would not have access. Then you would have to make sure somebody else would come out before the other person could
So it allows 2?
It's only 2, yeah, that's
At one
just a
time.
hard- it's just a hardware, lock that's
Yes.
built into the device.
But that's at one time, 2 at one
2
time.
at one time. Yeah.
Okay, so Doug Lightfoot has the other one. Doug's fixing to retire. If we wanna move Doug's over there and leave Lisa's in place, I'm good with that.
What he's saying, Judge, is not that you can't have more people with access, it's that you can't have more people online at one time than 2. So there's no reason, from what I hear you saying, Mike, that the sheriff can't be administrator over it right now.
There's no reason why I cannot move it, that is very true.
It's just that there only needs to be one over there and one here, because if she tries to log in and you got 2 or 3 people logged in, then, or at least 2 over there, she can't log in.
We don't necessarily plan on watching it full-time, Judge, so
I understand.
if she needs in and we happen to be on, all she's gotta do is make a phone call and we'll log in.
That's what I'm trying to do, is I shouldn't have to do that. Let's give access to 2 people, her and somebody over there, and that takes care of, whoever you want to assign to watch the cameras. It could be dispatch.
If the court wants to take it away from, Doug Lightfoot, that's perfectly fine with the sheriff, I'm sure.
I don't think that,
Doug's retiring.
yeah, he's retired and I mean, he's my constable, but he's not in that office back there full-time, and I'm pretty sure the new constable come in is not gonna probably want that responsibility either. I mean, he needs to be checked with, but I don't think he's gonna want that responsibility. So I think it needs to go somewhere where someone can actually monitor it 24/7 and be on top of it. I do.
And we can do
That's
that
just
with
me.
dispatch.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
So, if we want to do that.
Just, the sheriff's out today, so let him get back and decide. I just wanted to bring it, 'cause he had visited with me last week about it, and we were talking about how it was going. So I just thought it'd be something we could discuss today. When he gets back, he can decide on that, which sounds good to me, to have access on both sides, someone here and one for there. But it can be done, that's the main thing.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you're gonna have to move, you need to move both at the same time, right?
Whatever they decide to put it, we can do that.
Well,
I don't think there's any need to move both of them at the same time. If we still have some information we need to get on the video, then frankly, moving the lock system can be moved, autonomously.
We'll look at the lock system and see what what action we took on it. We'll pull the minutes on it. And if we took it to move it, then you'll be able to do that. I guess on the camera system, something might have to be taken back through.
Well, I think we could take action.
we could
You
just
can
go
do
ahead
it
and do
now
it.
because of the way the agenda's wrote. You can do it now, if I need to revote.
Yeah,
because of the way the agenda's wrote.
let's just do that. Okay, let's do it. It's 2 motions. Let's do one on the keys. That the keys, the access to the keys be moved to the sheriff's office, but the keys would stay here to be, issued, through the sheriff, correct?
Correct. I mean, my thought was, since everybody's gotta go to HR to get, their paperwork done, the auditor's office might need to be responsible for issuing the keys.
I don't wanna be in charge of that. I don't wanna be, my office says, I don't wanna be in charge of that.
I think send them to Lisa.
Yeah, they can send them over.
That's fine.
What they're doing now.
Okay. All right, so I'll entertain that motion to move the key access to the sheriff's office, leave the keys here to be issued, and, Lisa will or either Lisa or the elected official can contact the sheriff's office to get the key issued.
Get it activated.
What access they need.
Okay.
So moved.
All right, motion by Commissioner Dixon, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Chapin, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. Okay. On the camera system, that will, leave one access for Lisa Lambright, the county judge's administrative assistant, county judge's office, and that one, that currently being used by Doug Lightfoot will be moved to, dispatch at the sheriff's office. I'll entertain that
Is
motion.
that where y'all were wanting the?
It doesn't matter, as long as we have credentials for it, it doesn't have to be on a particular
Should we
computer,
just
does
say
it?
the computer down there that you look?
Isn't it browser based?
But it just needs to have those two access.
Yes, sir.
So it doesn't shut her out.
Okay. Yeah, then yes, dispatch.
Dispatch.
Okay. I'll entertain that motion.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Dixon, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Hill, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Now we got it done. All right, discuss and take action on, having the county auditor go out for bids on a used reclaimer for precinct 2 Road and Bridge. Commissioner Mills.
Yes, sir. I was recently at the Ritchie Brothers auction on, last Tuesday. And, as the court know, I've been going to the auction for the last 3 months trying to get a reclaimer. That is a, very important, key to the process of us doing, our road work. We can use that for mixing, or we can use it for, reclaiming, the pavement on the roads. And that's a necessary machine that we need. I've been looking at Auctioneer Express, also had access to that. At this time, Mr. Dale doesn't have a good machine that's, capable of doing the job that we need to do. I actually just missed one on Tuesday, a Mercer, which I really didn't want the Mercer, but those are the only two they had. They pulled the Bomag and kept it for Houston on the 16th of August. But, the Mercers are something that Big Creek use, and they get a lot of heavy work, like real nasty wear out, and they get those state jobs. When they get through, they just take them to the auction, turn them loose. But those machines are anywhere up to, if you get a cat like the RM300s that we rented during the, time we had the county road bond, those machines are 500 plus. I don't think I'll be able to, with the budget I have in precinct 2, purchase or even get on a, contract buy board, buy a price, and in 3 years see about financing a balloon payment on a machine like that. So it would be the best interest of precinct 2 to go out and purchase a used reclaimer. But at this time, I would like to go no lower than 20 years back. We're currently using a 1980 model, reclaimer, and, about 13 to 14 years ago, I actually had to take Judge Johnson, and we went to a mechanic, and, we come back and reported to Mr. Chambers, we had to rebuild the drum. And when we rebuilt the drum on that one, which at that time I thought it would be suitable to use, and it's helped me out for the last 13 years, that cost us around $32,000. So to let the court know, that's why I had a budget of $100,000. I actually just missed the bid on Tuesday. I was there, but it would have went over $2,500, and I only had up to $100,000. So the last bid was $100,000. I could have made that bid, so now I'm asking the court if we can go out for bids. I would like the auditor's office. I have all the bid specs now to execute that, advertising in the paper no later than Thursday of this week, if able to. I will get with Misty in the auditor's office, and, I would like to try to go out for a Caterpillar, used RM300. The SB250 would be okay, but you're gonna find an SB250 right now for around $60,000 to $90,000. And I'm pretty sure I can snag a RM300, an early model, 2005 to 2014, for somewhere around 110. So that's why I'm asking the court, 120, 100, no more than 130.
Is it coming out of, like, your capital outlay?
Yes, sir, I have the funds there.
Okay.
I have them set to the side, yes, sir.
So that's out of your budget, so.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But
Do you
at the
wanna
time
put,
I was authorized for Richard Brothers, I couldn't go over 100.
since you know what you're wanting to go out for bids on, do you wanna put that in form of a
I can,
motion?
yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. At this time, I'd like to authorize, the auditor's office to go out for bids, for precinct 2, a reclaimer, specifically try to find a good Cat RM300, and we'd like to get a no lower than 20 years back. I would prefer if we can get one without the DEF system, that would be great. So that would allow us to get anywhere from 2005, 2000 up to 2015, 16.
Is that your motion?
Yes, sir.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mims, second by Commissioner Dixon. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. Item number 12 is consider and take action on a contract, with Revolution Data Systems for a civil minutes records digitization. I said it that time. Say that 3 times real fast. And preservation project to be paid, with records preservation funds, and that was for the district clerk. And Mike did check that out, and it's not gonna have to interface with our system, so we're good to go on that. We're still working on March. We've got a couple of things to answer, and we'll get that back on the agenda. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract with Revolution Data Systems for civil minutes, records digitization and preservation project to be paid for, with records preservation funds, and authorize county judge to sign the agreement. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Chapin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mims. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Dixon. Is that a second, Commissioner Mims?
Yes, sir.
Second by Commissioner Mims. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? So ordered. Okay.
Makes you happy, don't it?
Thank y'all.